Higgins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Leif Bakken, and welcome to the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota, as we have got the first round of the quarterfinals happening for you. The number 1 Grafton Spoilers taking on the number 9 Larimore Polar Bears. Here in Grand Forks, we all come together for the Region 2 tournament in girls Class B basketball. Lots to talk about here in our pregame show, and all of that to come in just a little bit. We've got our coaches' comments, along with talking a little bit about this final Class B girls basketball poll that was released last night. We also have some changes to our bracket and schedule for today. All of that is coming up on our Irie Insurance pregame show. I'm Leif Bakken. Keith Meyer joining us as well. We're coming to you live from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Stick with us on yourliveevent.com. We've got the Irie Insurance pregame show coming up.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
The Hatton Men's Club is a group of community-minded men working together as volunteers to fundraise for important community projects. The Hatton Men's Club is proud to help individuals, businesses, school groups, and other local organizations with funds raised, all benefiting and strengthening the Hatton community. A reminder that the City of Hatton is having an all-class reunion July 1st through the 4th this year. Good luck to all participating today from the Hatton Men's Club.
The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsborough's Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. The Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsborough Central Valley students. Go Boroughs!
And welcome back, everybody, on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leif Bach and Keith Meyer by my side. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show for all your insurance needs. Visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That's IHRYINS.com. In our Irie Insurance pregame show, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on here. First of all, starting with these final Class B girls basketball poll. Kindred remains in the number 1 spot. They are 20-0. They got 12 first-place votes. 4 wins. Minnewacan in the second-place slot. Central, they're 20-0 as well. Central Cass in the 3 slot, 17-2. Grafton, which you're going to see here playing in just a bit, 17-3. Garrison in the 5 at the 20-1 on the season. A tie in the there was a tie last week in the 6th spot, but now it's switched to 6 being Langdon, Edmore, Munich, 16-3. 19-2 is Rugby in the 7. Shiloh Christian, 17-4. Linton, HMB, 17-3. And Thompson rounds out the top 10. We'll see them in this tournament as well later today. 16-4 they are on the season. And talking about our bracket once again, this is the number 1 versus the number 9 in the Region 2 Girls Basketball Class B tournament from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Later today, we'll have the Hatton Northwood number 4 taking on number 5 Cavalier High School, number 2 Thompson High School, and number 7 Midway Minto. And then the surprise of the day is that Mayport CG said they will not be able to make it to Grand Forks. So the Mayport CG Park River Fordville Lankin game was set for this evening, will now be changed. Well, we're not sure quite yet. Sounds like tomorrow, but then that shifts everything else out of whack for the rest of the tournament. So that makes things pretty interesting for our Region 2 girls basketball team for Class B here in North Dakota at the, again, Betty Engelstad Sioux Center. This is my first time at this great facility, so great to be here. And on that note, we're going to jump into some of our coaches' conversations that I was able to talk to both the coaches for our two teams, the Larimore Polar Bears and the Grafton Spoilers. And we're going to start things off here with the Larimore Polar Bears coach. That is Phil Gogler here on YourLiveEvent.com, the Ira Insurance pregame show, coaches' comments. Well, already having some technical difficulties, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with those pregame coaches' comments here on YourLiveEvent.com from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. It's Class B, Region 2 girls basketball.
With the risks found in agriculture, it's important to have a crop insurance agent that understands your situation. Someone who will review your numbers and consider the different scenarios. Someone who understands farm programs and add-on options. Ira Insurance is here to help. With real-world experience, Ira Insurance will customize a plan to minimize your risk. Find out more at IRAinsurance.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro.
Right after school, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take a step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
At Nielsen Brand Law, we know lawyers are meant to solve problems. Whether you are going through a divorce, navigating a business dispute, need help with an estate plan, dealing with the death of a loved one, or are facing criminal charges, we are here to help. The attorneys at Nielsen Brand Law want to make sure your future is secure. You'll receive individual counsel for your specific needs and also an entire team working for your best potential outcome. Nielsen Brand Law, with offices in Fargo, Mayville, and Grand Forks. We are ready to work with you. Visit us online today at NielsenBrandLaw.com.
On the Ira Insurance pregame show, I'm Leaf Bakken on YourLiveEvent.com, talking with head coach of the Larimore Polar Bears girls basketball team, Phil Gogler, 5-15 overall, and that 5th win coming at the hands of beating North Border and Pembina. Talk a little bit about that game and the play-in game into this Region 2 tournament.
Honestly, the two things that we just did really well that we hadn't been able to kind of do all year was we took care of the basketball and we rebounded really well. We didn't shoot particularly that good, but we cleaned it up where we got a couple more opportunities, with the less turnovers, and we limited their chances because we defense rebounded so well. So that was, a big part of the difference up in Pembina. The girls we found ways to make a couple big shots, and, that obviously helped too.
Now, obviously, you want to take some of those things, I imagine, to take on this number 1 Grafton team. Are there any other keys you're looking at, Coach, as you come into this gym and figure it out?
Obviously, it's way different team. We match up really well against a North Border who's like, one of the few teams like we might have a size advantage against, or they're going to play at least. I'm just trying to think here. They list 4 girls that they play over 6 feet tall. They're going to press. North Border doesn't press. It's just a completely different game. We're just going to focus on the things that we can control: effort, attitude, those types of things.
Talk about the attitude and the feelings for you and your girls coming into the Betty Ingolstadt. Exciting. It's going to be a different atmosphere and neutral site, that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, there was. It's not a real long drive from Larimore, but you could just tell on the bus that the kids were in a really good mood, and I guess, and I'm not familiar with you, so I don't, we've never played in the Betty. This is our first time in the Super Region format where we've made it to regionals, so it was kind of a big deal to win on Saturday, and our kids are pretty excited to be here today.
That's awesome. Anything else, Coach, that folks need to know about your team and coming into this tournament?
I don't think so.
Well, best of luck to you. Really appreciate the time.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Phil Gogler, head coach of the Polar Bears from Larimore, as they take on the Grafton Spoilers on NorLiveEvent.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
In Grand Forks and Lakota, see Chris Moen, your agent with answers.
The North Border Eagle Sports Boosters mission is to cultivate an environment that inspires students, athletes, coaches, parents, and communities to collectively create a positive and spirited atmosphere for all athletic programs. Search for North Border Eagle Sports Boosters on Facebook if you'd like to become a member or for more information today. The North Border Eagle Sports Boosters wishes the Eagles the best of luck in the tournament.
Olson Hardware in Hillsboro welcomes you to stop in. You can find all of your hardware needs for all seasons. They have everything you need to keep up with Old Man Winter, including shovels, scrapers, ice melt, and more. If you're doing remodeling or other do-it-yourself indoor projects this winter, stop by Olson Hardware. You can pick up your paints, stains, and all of the other accessories too. If you're in need of a mattress upgrade, stop and check out the amazing Rest Mattress at Olson Hardware. Your full-service hardware store, Olson Hardware in Hillsboro.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
On the Irie Insurance pregame show, we're talking with head coach of the Grafton Spoilers girls basketball team, Lori Sieben, and coach 17-3 overall. You get a bye coming into this tournament. Let's start off talking about the emotions. Everybody excited to be back here at the Betty and excited to play more basketball.
Oh, absolutely. This is a group that loves to get on the court, and it's a brand new season today, and we're really excited about what we were able to accomplish and how we were able to grow as a group during the regular season, and that's what the girls set out to do, is put themselves in a position to go into this tournament as the 1 seed. But we know we've got a lot of work to do, and that's what we want to do. We want to approach it as really it's game number 21, and it'll be really important just to step on the floor and continue to just build rhythm and use it as an opportunity to compete and get a little better today. And I if we do those things, I think I like our results.
Your last loss was back on the 4th against Langdon area Edmore Munich, and then you guys go on a 4-game win streak and pretty much handle the rest of the competition. What did the girls have to change after that loss, and how do you build it back up?
I don't know it was anything about changing. I think, we lost to a very good basketball team, and we had our opportunity to finish that game with the win, but at the same time, we faced a real tough Langdon opponent. And that's what you want to do in the regular season. I think we found a lot about ourselves. We found out a lot about ourselves, and girls just stepped up. And you just got to continue to trust the process. The regular season is about getting in, getting better, and I think that's been our focal point. And I think any chance that we get to continue to lengthen our season out, that's got to be the message with this group, because they work hard, and this is the week that they've been preparing for, so we're excited.
Talk about your group a little bit. They've experienced this setting, they've been here, they've been all the way to the top, and so I imagine they want to feel that again, and so they're putting in hard work.
Absolutely, and this is a group there where, floor experience, maybe some of it came different places for some of our starters and reserves, but this is a group that's been a part of the process over the years. So, and it does not surprise me that they're having success where they're at in their new roles this year, because, they've trusted the process and they gained experience where they're at, and now they're excited to step on the floor and in new roles, and we're excited to compete and just be the best versions of ourselves today, and I think that's key. So it'll be important that we compete hard and we do it together and do the things that got us here.
Anything else we need to know about your team coming into this tournament?
No, just looking forward to getting back here at the Betty. It's such a fun atmosphere for all Region 2, and we got to play good basketball, and that'll be our mission this week.
Head coach of the Grafton Spoilers, Lori Sieben, and best of luck today, coach, and into the rest of this tournament, too.
All right, thanks, Lee.
Well, there you have it, folks, as Lori Sieben said it, and I think that's a good way to kind of put things, is be the best version of yourself this week. I think everybody should strive to do that, whether you're on the basketball team or not. Be the best version of yourself, and thanks for being with us on yourliveevent.com. Also, as we get going here shortly at the Betty Ingolstadt Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota, home of the Fighting Hawks from University of North Dakota, as we've got Class B Region 2 girls basketball. Now an update here for what's going on with the bracket. Right now we are in these quarterfinals. Number 1 and number 9, Grafton and Larimore will be playing here. Then we'll have a game coming up at 4:30, and that'll be Hatton Northwood and Cavalier. That should be a good one, the 4 and 5 seed. Number 2 and number 7, Thompson and Midway Minto will be playing at 6 this evening. And then the Mayport CG and the Park River Fordville Lankin game has been postponed today. It will be moved to tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the evening. Mayport CG could not make it up here because of the weather conditions, and so that is the key. They will play that game tomorrow. The semifinal games will be played on Wednesday during the afternoon, I believe, and then we'll still have the championship game on Thursday. So that is how this bracket is changing for Class B girls basketball. So keep that in mind. 3 games today, a game tomorrow, the semifinal shift from Tuesday to Wednesday afternoon games, and then we'll see the championship game still being played on Thursday here at the Betty Ingolstadt Sioux Center. Everybody just calls it the Betty. This is my first experience here, and excited to get this one going here, and appreciate everybody tuning in to yourliveevent.com. I'm Leif Bakken. Keith Meyer joining us as well, running our camera. Jake Berkmeyer will be joining us as well throughout the afternoon, and we're going to get going here in just a little bit with starting lineups and the national anthem. So we'll take another break here on yourliveevent.com. Leif Bakken, Keith Meyer, and we've got the Grafton Spoilers and the Larimore Polar Bears about to play some quarterfinals basketball from the Betty Ingolstadt Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. It's Class B Region 2 girls basketball on yourliveevent.com. All part of our Irie Insurance pregame show for all your insurance needs. Visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. Rar Malting and Taft Elevator in Taft, North Dakota is a centrally located barley handling and malting plant serving North Dakota, Minnesota, western Montana, and Canada. Rar Malting has been a malt of reputation since 1847, distributing malting barley to breweries and distilleries around the world. And with Taft Elevator's upgraded handling, sampling, and testing equipment, they can maintain and preserve the quality of that malting barley. Rar Malting and Taft Elevator, handling and distributing malt of reputation. RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119.
See your future come together at Lake Region State College. Train for in-demand careers, part-time, full-time, or online. At Lake Region State College, we change lives.
Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro, for when you need repair work done on your vehicle, need an oil change, need new tires, or need tire repair. Visit Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro. They fill LP tanks, bulk delivery of your home heating or farm fuels, and carry batteries. Call your locally owned full-service gas station, Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro, 701-636-5356. Brad, Jody, and Blake Sorum, thank you for your business, and they look forward to continuing to serve you at Sorum Oil Company.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program. It's a young savers club with various incentives, newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to learn more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
New Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans are here. In the Hillsboro area, contact Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877. These new Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans feature exclusive genetics and high-demand trait platforms like Enlist E3 soybeans and XtendFlex soybeans. Golden Harvest Seeds. Talk with your area representative, Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877 for Golden Harvest Seed.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
You can pull a great career together right out of the air at Lake Region State College. Our Wind Energy Technology program offers 1- and 2-year courses training wind energy technicians. Be a part of this growing eco-friendly industry. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
And welcome back to the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center here in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm Leif Bakken. And we are on to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Learn more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities, online at crystalsugar.com. As they go through a couple of their reserves, once again, want to welcome you all to yourliveevent.com. I'm Leif Bakken, Keith Meyer by my side, and our cameraman for the day as we broadcast Region 2 here from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center Class B Girls Basketball Tournament. We'll also have Region 1 on yourliveevent.com as they had to postponed things a little bit as well because of the snow, more snow in the southern part of the state compared to the northern. Although it felt like driving up here, there was still plenty of snow everywhere. It doesn't really matter. And that's just how it works in North Dakota. They'll do the reserves as well for the Grafton Spoilers. As once again, want to talk about the shift going on in the bracket for this tournament. We have 3 games happening today. Mayport CG could not make it because of the weather, so they'll play 1 game tomorrow. That'll be Mayport CG and Park River Fordville Lincoln playing tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Then the 2 semifinal games will happen on Wednesday, and then we'll have the championship game happening on Thursday as scheduled. So a tight week for this Class B Region 2 girls basketball tournament. Now let's get here to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Number 1 is Sadie Ahmet. She's a freshman and a 5'7" guard for the Polar Bears. Number 5 is a 5'6" junior and a guard, Carly Heatron. Number 13 is Kendra Gemmel, a 5'6" guard, and she's a junior as well. Number 14 is Bethany Holter, a senior and guard, standing at 5'7". And to round out the Polar Bears is number 23, Willow Morton, a senior as well, standing at 5'6", and a forward. Head coach once again is Phil Gogler, assisted by Carly Weber, and they are 5-15 on the season after winning the play-in game against the North Border Eagles and getting into this one to play the number 1 Grafton Spoilers. The Grafton Spoilers will start this way on our American Crystal Sugar starting lineup. It'll be number 11, Reagan Hansen, who's a 5'7" senior and a guard. Number 13 is Ainsley McLean. She's a junior and a guard, standing at 5'9". The 6' senior and a forward is number 14, Jade Moe. Cassie Erickson wears the number 22. She's a senior at 6'2" and a forward. And Walker Demers wears the number 24. She's a junior and a center at 6'3". Head coach of the Spoilers is Lori Sieben, assisted by Wade Haugen and Jamie Stellard. This is Class B Region 2 girls basketball from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center. They call it the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota, home of the Fighting Hawks from the University of North Dakota college basketball team. And we are about to be underway, and glad you are with us on yourliveevent.com for some great Region 2 girls basketball action. They get a little girls just want to have fun as I welcome Keith Myers in. Keith, appreciate your help. And last time you and I saw the Spoilers was in Central Valley, so get to see them play again in a very good basketball team that we know of.
They are they're so big. You wonder how Larimore is going to compete with them, but it's get a body on people, box people out, make them go over you, and get them in foul trouble.
So the Spoilers will start off with the tip and the ball as they send it across the way. Now we go to the top, back to the near side wing. Here's a three-point shot from the Old Girls College line. Great job there for McLean to hit that three-pointer. The assist for Hansen. Well, the Polar Bears will try to respond as they bring the ball up. Long three-pointer on the far side, off the backboard, no good. Rebound falls down to Erickson. Hansen brings the ball up, another lineup for a three-point shot. Back and forth we're going to go. Here's an offensive rebound for the Spoilers. Nice little pass out and a good baseline shot for Demers. Little press put on here by the Spoilers, but the Polar Bears will break it as they finally put it to the ground. This one comes out to Holter at the top of the key. She'll get a screen, try to drive high, long three-point wing shot. Nothing but net there. My goodness, what a shot for Holter.
Holter has to be successful shooting the ball today for the Polar Bears to have a chance.
Spoilers will skip pass down to the low wing on that far side. Now into the block, turnaround shot, up and good. Great job for Erickson as the Spoilers are spreading things out a little bit amongst their team. They've got that 7-3 lead. Polar Bears trying to get it up ahead. Almost stolen away. Now it's passed up ahead. Trying to drive in. Now poked away and out and battle for the ball. It will be gathered and stolen away. We'll credit that to Demers on the steal. Bringing the ball up. That is Erickson, and she'll fake the pass and put it for two just off the edge of the lane. 9-3 lead for the Spoilers in this first quarterfinal game of the day. Is a battle for the ball again. Hansen comes up with a drive in off the board and good. And a timeout going to be taken here by Phil Gogler. Great job for McLean to lay that one up. We'll take a timeout as well on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. 11 for the Grafton Spoilers, 3 for the Polar Bears on yourliveevent.com. The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com. Back here at the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota on yourliveevent.com. The Spoilers lead the Polar Bears, but the Polar Bears break that press and bring the ball up the floor. Holter with the ball. She pulled up and did a long three-pointer from about that spot. She tried to pass under, and it turns out to be a steal for Hansen once again. Hansen on the drive. Kicks it underneath, and a great job to finish that one off by Demers. Hansen with the assist. Well, the Polar Bears will try again. This one tipped into the hands of Holter. Now finds Morton. She'll set the offense up, gets a screen. Now trying to kick it and will find that wing. Back to her. Morton with the turnaround. Kind of a wild shot. No good. Rebound falls to Demers, her first of the afternoon. Approaching 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. This one off the mark. Rebound is loose and falls into the possession of the Polar Bears. Oops, that was Gemmel with that rebound as ball is worked around by Holter, and now three-point shot comes up short for Morton. Offensive rebound, though. They kick it out, and now it will be stolen. No, there will be a foul before it's stolen away.
Orange numbers on black jerseys. You got your work cut out for
Yeah,
you.
it's tough to read from up here. I'm trying. Looks like we've got a substitute here for the Polar Bears. Mercedes Hoverson, the 5'6" junior, stepping on. I believe there might also be another substitute out there. I'll try to get that as soon as I can. Spoilers bring the ball up the floor. Hansen with the ball. Kicks to the corner. Now we'll skip across. Back up, and now underneath for the Spoilers. Off the board. No good for Demers, as the rebound came down to Morton there. Holter trying to drive to that corner. Passes off to Hoverson. She'll pick the ball up. Excuse me, that's Ament. Ball trying to be passed underneath as a couple of Polar Bears were in the way of that one. Pulled their hands back. Last touch by a Spoiler that goes out the baseline. 13-3 lead for the Spoilers. That one three-pointer nailed by Holter. The only basket as a jump ball is called here. And possession arrow in favor of the Polar Bears from Larimore. Hoverson will be the one to inbound the ball. Ball is bounced in. Nice little fake. Tried to go up. Ooh, just an unlucky roll there. Demers comes up with the rebound. Hansen, and then up ahead. Underneath is Erickson. She saves it back in. Hansen with the ball on the high wing. She'll skip pass it over to Mock, and then rebound is offensive. Tipped out. Another offensive rebound. Great put back there for Demers. Polar Bears try to lunge it up ahead, but it'll be taken away by Demers. She brings it up, lifts from the middle of the lane, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound will fall defensively. Polar Bears trying to work it underneath. This one goes through someone's hands and into McLean's hand for the steal. She almost missed it going through her legs. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Dumping it off back to McLean, and she wasn't ready for that, but they do get it passed back out. Good job there by Mo. Into the corner. Now we're looking for three on that edge. No good. Rebound comes down. Nice job by Hansen. She'll go up strong. Rattle home. Great rebound, great putback, and now we'll see some substitutes come onto the floor. A timeout taken on the floor as well, so we'll get to those in a second. 17 for the Grafton Spoilers, 3 for the Larimore Polar Bears, 2:41 to go from the Betty on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts share this message to all community members about building assets in your community. Hi, this is Hayden Allen. Young people grow strong through positive relationships with adults. It only takes a small investment of time to truly make a difference in a young person's life. You can help build up a young person by taking just a minute to give them words of encouragement and advice, making them feel the true impact they have in the community. A message provided by everyone at Hillsborough and Central Valley School District.
Back here at the Betty on YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Leaf Bakken. The Polar Bears trail the Spoilers 17-3 as they bring the ball up. Kick it out. Here's Hoverson looking for a three-point shot off front of the rim, or just a little bit wide, I should say, as Narlock, who checked in, comes up with that rebound here in the first quarter. This is number 10 is Birnaby, who's been out for a while. We'll talk about in a bit. Nice pass underneath from Narlock into Erickson to get those points and extend their lead 19-3. 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Polar Bears bringing the ball up the floor. This is Morton. She'll pass up ahead to Amont. Now pass back out of the lane. Long three-point shot was well short. Ends up in the hands of another substitute there, who is Kiara Cole, the 6'1 junior. Ball is on the baseline. Kicked out to the wing. Shot in and out. Back in again. Great job there for Grace Narlock, the 5'6 senior, nailing a long two-pointer. Polar Bears struggling to break this press, and it'll force Coach Gogler to take a timeout here. He'll take a 30-second timeout, as will we. Grafton Spoilers 21, Larimore Polar Bears 3 on the Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The North Border Eagle Sports Boosters mission is to cultivate an environment that inspires students, athletes, coaches, parents, and communities to collectively create a positive and spirited atmosphere for all athletic programs. Search for North Border Eagle Sports Boosters on Facebook if you'd like to become a member or for more information today. The North Border Eagle Sports Boosters wishes the Eagles the best of luck in the tournament.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leaf Bakken with Keith Meyer, and we're at the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Class B, Region 2 girls basketball. Foul. First foul of the game, as this one is put on Erickson. Polar Bears were struggling to get past the Spoilers. As I say that, the nice interception and by McLean. Hopefully she's all right, and now she's back up and ready to roll. McLean with it. She'll toss over. Long three-pointer on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound for Narlock, though. That was a good look for the Spoilers. Here's another one in and out, no good. Rebound for Cole. She won't get it. Finally, Amont will come down with it. Here's a long three-pointer. As I was glancing down, looked up to see Holter nail another three-pointer, and now they're off of that 3 mark, but they're only at 6 compared to the 21 of their opponents. 50 seconds to go in this first quarter. This is Cole in the corner, trying to get it into the lane, and then stolen away. Nice job there by Morton on the steal, as she brings it up the floor. Again, as Keith mentioned, the Polar Bears there muscled on the height side of things, as she takes the long shot there. No good for Holter.
They did a tremendous job on that last possession. Ball went inside, and all 5 Polar Bears collapsed on the ball and got it out of there and got a turnover.
So we'll see if they can do that on this possession after that turnover with 20 seconds to go. Here's a three-point shot on that far side. No good. Rebound ends up in the hands of Cole for an offensive rebound. Kick down to Narlock. Now back up. Around and round we go. Shot by McLean off the back of the rim, and now a rebound defensively for the Polar Bears. Trying to pass the ball up the head, and time expires here for our two teams. The Grafton Spoilers leading it 21 over the Larimore Polar Bears 6 on YourLiveEvent.com from the Region 2 Class B Girls Basketball Tournament from the Betty in Grand Forks. Contact the guys at RDK Enterprises before the winter breaks to spring and your equipment isn't ready for the field. RDK Enterprises specializes in seed meter calibration, planter maintenance, and they have the full line of precision planting products. Call them up and schedule your maintenance or software updates at 701-636-2119. They're more than happy to talk about any other issues that may be affecting your precision planting. Spring is closer than you think, and RDK Enterprises in Hillsborough and Drayton can help you out. 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
And welcome back to the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm Leif Bach, and with Keith Meyer by my side. This is Class B Region 2 Girls Basketball. We are in the second quarter of Spoiler and Polar Bear basketball. Spoilers start off with it as they pass underneath. Here's a nice little hook shot. Not going to roll quite the way that they wanted it, and it'll fall into the hands of the Polar Bears. That is Holter. That's her first rebound, according to my statistics, as a dive for the ball, and now we'll have a jump ball. Good battle, good job there by the Spoilers. Hansen jumping on it. As we see a couple of substitutions here. Pass will be stolen by McLean on the inbound. She's got 3 steals on the afternoon, goes up, and a foul will be called. This will be the second foul of the afternoon, and the first time we'll be seeing the free throw line today. Holter gets her first. As the first shot is missed by McLean. Second shot will be on the way. And actually, this is the second foul on the team, as this one is on the floor. Both shots missed. Demers with the rebound. And good job there for Demers to put the ball in. 23-6 now as the Polar Bears go all the way to the other end, in and out, and it just feels like a little bit unlucky bounce this afternoon for the Polar Bears. Otherwise, this game maybe wouldn't be close, but it'd be closer than it is, sitting here with a 23-6 deficit.
Well, the biggest thing that's going on is, I talked about it at the very beginning of the game. Larimore they're in position, but they're not bodying up on the Spoilers. Thus, the Spoilers are able to go straight up and get those offensive rebounds.
First shot made, second shot missed as they drive to the other end. The Spoilers do on that rebound, and a nice drive in for Demers, as she's really been a powerhouse for this team so far. Sideline pass going to be a little bit wild, out of control, and end up out of bounds, but off of the Spoilers last. Ball comes in. This one maybe tipped as Polar Bears work with it in that wing. Now trying to pass. It goes through the feet, and a steal for Hansen for Grafton. McLean driving, now kicked back out. Now we're on the baseline with Demers. We've seen her drive. She maybe had it partially blocked. Gets her own rebound. She snuck through there, Keith. Went to the other side, tries to go for the putback, and ends up getting fouled.
It's good hustle. Good hustle rebound. The Polar Bears didn't box out. Demers just kept right on going.
First shot for Demers is good. Her first time to the free throw line. And as we say that, a timeout being taken here by the Spoilers. They lead 26 over the Larimore Polar Bears, 7 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. we've got, I see, they took that timeout. It's 1,000 points there for Demers. Great job for Walker Demers, the 6'3 junior. How exciting for her, Keith, and I see a bunch of the fans holding up their 1,000-point signs, and we've been seeing a lot of the players this year on this girls' side, a lot of juniors and seniors making that mark, and that's a huge deal and a big career mark.
There's so many young players that are coming into high school and even junior high with a good skill set, and with the overall lack of depth in girls basketball in Region 2 right now, if they're starting as 7th graders, 8th graders, even freshmen, they get good opportunities to put the ball in the basket. So, Demers, it's a culmination of a career effort for her.
Absolutely, and exciting for her to do that at the Betty at the Class B Region 2 basketball tournament. Keith, you kind of laugh at it like, yeah, she made 1,000 points and that's great. You wish it'd been more exciting, like a big three-pointer or a really big hard push-up through a layup or something as she makes her second. So we'll make it 1,001 now, folks, as the Polar Bears will try to come out of this 20-point hole that they're in. Pass is left off to Petrin. Now pass back underneath to Morton. Trying to drive and a miss as this one is knocked out of bounds. That was Petrin trying to drive in. And now we'll have off of the spoilers last, so the Polar Bears will get another opportunity here. 6:19 to go in this first half of the first game of the day in the quarterfinals from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Polar Bears work it to that far corner, low wing. Trying to do a hook shot underneath. Off the board and good. Great job for Petron to finally get on the board, and a great way. It looked good from up here just to use that baseline, as we've seen some of these teams really starting to use lately. Ball worked all the way around to the far side. Hansen looking for three and nails it. 30-9, spoilers over the Polar Bears as they put on a little bit of press. This one knocked away and will be stolen away. Now bouncing around and last touched by the spoilers. That was a good job for Moe on the steal, but couldn't quite get it underneath. Now, one of the things to take note is that Jade Moe, the 6-foot senior, doing a good job, and she's been playing and starting. She wasn't starting at the beginning of the season because we did see Claire Biernaby, and I'll continue that story in a second, as a steal for Demers. She stops and fakes, no good. Hansen with the rebound. This one blocked and stolen away by Petrin. Ball will be brought up by Holter. Hand off to Amont. Turnaround, up, and not quite going to work out there for Morton. Rebound falls down to Demers. She's got 7 rebounds on the afternoon. Cole coming in a little bit. Polar Bears also have 2 set to check in. Nice little cut by Demers. She goes up and gets fouled. See who this foul goes on quick. Believe that's Morton. Gemmel. So what I was saying earlier is that Claire Biernaby, the senior, went out against Northern Cass with a broken hand. And so this is her first time coming back, that we saw her just a little bit ago, as we see Demers miss that first free throw. Cole is set to come in for Demers. So we'll see if she can make the second, and she will, to be 3 for 4. And so when I was talking with Coach, he was saying, Coach Sieben was saying that Jade Moe has come in and done a really nice job in that starting position. So in Biernaby's spot. Polar Bears break that press. Here's a long shot from the near side. No good. Rebound falls down to Moe. She'll drive, stop here at the point. We've got McLean. She'll drive in, trying to pass out to Cole, who wasn't quite ready for that pass. It goes out of bounds, and the Polar Bears will be bringing the ball up the floor. We've got 3 spoilers stepping onto the floor now, including Biernaby, Narlock, along with number 12, who is Trinity Parsons. She's a 5'8" sophomore. Polar Bears trying to break this press put on by the spoilers once again. trip by Cole will be called. As the drive there, that was by Addison Dietzler.
That was a nice aggressive drive to the basket. She had the alley down the lane, or down the baseline, and she took it.
Amon over to Dietzler for 3 on the way, just short of the rim, but an offensive rebound put back up for Morton, no good. And then the rebound will be grabbed there by Parsons. Down on the other end, stolen away by the Polar Bears, and then stolen back right at half court. Spoilers driving in hard off the side. That was Bjornaby. Good job on a 2-pointer.
10-footer from the baseline. Good execution, good follow-through.
Polar Bears trying to make something work on their end. Cole will come up with the steal. The Spoilers were holed up. This is Bjornaby. Now she'll leave it for Hansen to run the offense here. 3:25 to play in the second quarter. 33-9 lead on the Tim Gazette seed sale scoreboard. As the ball is knocked away, they were trying to find Cole, and it ends up in the hands of Dietzler. Holter, long 3-pointer on the way, off the board, no good. Rebound is still loose, ends up in the hands offensively of the Polar Bears. They'll try to take another 3, jack this one up. It'll be short, and the Spoilers will let that one roll out.
Holter's got the green light to shoot, and she should, because she's a decent shooter. Some of those she's having to let go a little bit out of her range, but of course she made one of those earlier.
That is very true. We're going to see Addison Fredrickson wearing the number 20 come on for the Spoilers as this pass is taken away. Parsons was trying to pass up ahead, and the Polar Bears come up with it. Over to the corner, it's Ahmet. Underneath, can't quite see the number, but Cole doing a good job playing defense. She'll come up with the steal as well, goes up ahead to Parsons. And she'll hold things up and wait for her team to be organized on the other side. Narlock on the near side key. Bjornaby now skip underneath. Low wing, 3-point shot, rattles home there for Parsons. Bjornaby on the assist. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the first half of 1 versus 9 basketball. Nice drive there for the Polar Bears, as Morton comes up with her first regular field goal of the evening. Still down 36-11, 1:50 to play in the first half. Cole at the free throw line, skips to the corner. Launching that left-handed shot, no good. Parsons trying to get to the rebound, does so. Now we'll kick it back out. Shot put up and no good, and the rebound falls to Petrin. For the Polar Bears. Looks like we're going to have a line change coming up pretty soon for the Spoilers. 1 Polar Bear set to come in, 1:20 to play in the first half. Holter backing down to the defense, has to kick back out after picking up the dribble. Trying to go up against a couple of tall players, can't get the roll to go for the Polar Bears. Here's Parsons with the rebound and the drive. She'll kick out. Narlock looking for that, no good. Offensive rebound and put back for Cole. That's her first points of the afternoon according to my statistics. 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. 38-11, Spoilers lead the Polar Bears. This one knocked out of bounds as Ahmet was trying to get the ball. Now we'll see the change in guard for the Spoilers. And we'll also see the return of Gemmel wearing the number 13 for the Polar Bears. Got to find somebody to go into. Bounce pass in. That was a good pass. Like it. Off the board. And a great job there for Morton. Spoilers bring it down the other way. Hansen will kick out. High wing 3-shot is going to miss everything and fall into the hands of Morton on the defensive rebound. 25 seconds to go. Polar Bears bring the ball up the floor. They trail 38-13. Now make it 20. No shot clock up there as they drive up, and a foul will be called. 2 shots coming up here for Morton.
Willa Morton is doing a great job inside. I mean, She's the Polar Bears' leading rebounder, if I'm looking at this correctly. Yep, she is. Second leading scorer. She's not afraid of those big girls. You can see she's been playing against bigger girls this whole season. She knows how to squirrel it up there, knows how to shoot little baby hooks, and she's doing a great job.
First one made, second shot missed, make her 2 for 4, and then the rebound does fall defensively to Cole for the Spoilers. 7 seconds left, looking for her last shot. Hansen gets it. She'll drive to the wing, kick back out. Last shot coming up, and that's Demers actually. Here's a last shot on the baseline for Hansen. No good, and that is how we close out the second quarter. 38 for the Spoilers of Grafton, 14 for the Polar Bears from Larimore. We have got your Farmers Union Insurance halftime show coming up on the other side of this break. I'm Leif Bach and Keith Meyer helping out this afternoon. It is the first game of the quarterfinals this afternoon. We'll talk about the updated bracket once again. The number 1 and the number 9 here from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Class B Region 2 girls basketball on yourliveevent.com.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead. 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Goose River Heating and Cooling of Hillsboro. Corey Wright is ready for you as a Ruud dealer for the Hillsboro and surrounding communities. If your furnace has lived past its prime, you'll want to talk to Corey today about a new Ruud furnace for your home or new construction. Now, you don't want to be left out in the cold, and that's why Goose River Heating and Cooling is available for you with 24-hour emergency service. Contact Corey Wright today at Goose River Heating and Cooling, 701-430-1990. Serving Hillsboro and the surrounding communities as a Ruud dealer. Here for you, Goose River Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back to the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm Leif Bach, and along with Keith Meyer by my side, helping do color commentary and running our camera for us. We appreciate his help, and we've appreciated his help all this season, especially at the Hillsboro Central Valley games, part of Region 2. They lost out to the Midway Minto just on Saturday, 49-29. So we'll see Midway Minto later today taking on Thompson High, number 2 and a number 7 there. Right now, we are in the middle of the number 1 Grafton Spoilers taking on the number 9 Larimore Polar Bears. The Polar Bears got here by beating North Border Eagles, who were the number 8 seed, 52-43. So a good win for them. But then they come into a tough game against the number 1 and getting the bye Spoilers, as you see on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard, a 38-14 lead right now at halftime as we get to your Farmers Union Insurance halftime show For Auto, Farm, Home, and Business, visit with Ryan Opdahl at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsborough. And we appreciate his support of Region 2 basketball and the halftime show. As we get to some of our halftime statistics, first talking about some of the scoring here for our two teams. After one quarter of play, it was 21-6 in favor of the Grafton Spoilers. 2 3-pointers were hit by Holter in that first quarter to get them to that 6. It took a while to get the second one, but they got there. And then we see the 38-14. Leading scoring for the Grafton Spoilers right now is Walker Demers, the 6'3 junior and center she's listed as. She has 13 points. She's got 5 field goals, and she is 3 for 4 from the line. She also leads the way with 7 of the 20 rebounds. Unofficially, of course, here, folks. There's been a little confusion on my end for sure when we get over to the Polar Bear side of things. But, yeah, so 7 of the 20 rebounds. The next leader is followed by Kiara Cole, who you call the 6 or 7 off the bench. She's the 6'1 junior, and she's got 5 out of that 20. In the assist category right now, Hansen doing her job as the guard, feeding her friends. And so 2 out of the 5 assists there. And in the steals category, Hansen and McLean each have 3 steals. So note that 20 rebounds, Keith, as we move over to the Larimore Polar Bears, who lead scoring right now is Holter. Bethany Holter, the 5'7 senior. She's got 2 3-pointers. That's followed by Willow Morton, who's a 5'6 senior we were just talking about. Keith was making some very good notes on her, and I apologize. She also has 6, 2 field goals, and she's 2 for 4 at the free throw line. Petron also has a 2-pointer up there, and so what's that? That's 6, 12. That's 14. Good. I'm on track there at least as we go to the 10 rebounds total for this Polar Bear team. Ament with 2, Petron with 2, and Morton with 2, along with Hoverson, who came off the bench as the 6th man. Doing a good job in that 6th slot. And so 10 compared to 20 rebounds. Only 1 assist from what I've seen from Gemmel. In the steals category, we saw Dietzler come off the bench. He's got 2. That's Addison Dietzler, a 5'3 freshman. And then a block by Petron early on in that second quarter as she kind of stuffed Demers underneath the basket early in that second quarter. So when you look at that, Keith, and we talk about the rebounding aspect, that was the thing you'd noted. We heard Coach say it in the pregame as well. His girls need to rebound, and the Polar Bears were doing pretty okay with that in that first quarter. Maybe fell apart a little bit in that second quarter when it came to rebounding, but they've got to put a body on Cole and Demers, and they might be able to set shop up and get back in business.
Yeah, like I said, they're getting position. They're inside the spoilers, the spoiler big girls. They're between them and the basket, but they aren't bodying up, getting their elbows out, and pushing back into those spoiler girls at all. So the big girls have free reign to jump straight up and just pluck the ball away from the Polar Bears in there. Another thing, the Polar Bears ended up with a streak there where they had some just, what would you say, turnovers that just didn't have to happen. I mean, they threw the ball where it had no business trying to be thrown and overthrowing people. So, you clean up those 2 things, and at least you can have a good second half against Grafton. It's going to be hard to make up a 24-point deficit. I'm not saying that there's going to be magic on the court or anything like that, but I think they can be competitive with Grafton by cleaning up those couple of things.
And that all comes down to Coach Sieben for the Spoilers. She's getting a couple more of her girls in, digging a little deeper into her bench, which is completely fine, but making sure that she's paying attention. She knows what's going on. Otherwise, the Polar Bears, I think, could try to crawl back in, and you just got to manage who you have in and what's going on. And we saw there at the end of that second quarter, at the end of the half, I guess, that we saw the starters come back out, take care of business again. And so making sure you're managing that, which experienced coaches, both of them, they know what they have to do to keep things rolling. So that's kind of where we sit. Keith kind of mentioned it there, folks, that rebounding is going to be key for the Polar Bears, and they got to be able to control some of their turnovers. And a big deal will be when it comes down to those the press that the Spoilers have been putting on, and it's usually after they score that they do that. We see that typically from a lot of teams. Hey, Spoilers just need to keep doing what they're doing, and I think they take control and keep control of this game. It's the Grafton Spoilers 38, the Polar Bears of Larimore 14. We're going to come back and resume play thanks to Farmers Union Insurance. For your farm, home, and business, visit with Ryan Opdahl at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. We'll be coming right back with more basketball action from the Class B Region 2 girls basketball from the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Everyone here at the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts would like to take this time to remind parents to teach their children how to be responsible and stay drug-free. By late elementary, many children know of a classmate who smokes, drinks, or uses drugs. It is never too early to talk to your child about substance abuse. Schools teach kids to say no to drugs, but it's what the parents do that counts the most. This has been Stella Benson with a message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
And welcome back to the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm Leif Bakken, Keith Meyer with me here on YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks so much to all our sponsors for making these Region 2 games happen. It is 38-14 on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard as the Spoilers will get to start the second half with the ball. Hansen will go down to McLean on that far side. We'll work our way back to the near side with Erickson, and now Demers going under, no good. Rebound will be defensive and fall to Amont. Polar Bears pass to the far side of the key. Now we go back to the top, now to the near. That's Holter as she passes underneath to Morton, and that's a good shot for Morton to take, especially when you've got the trees around you. Expect that foul to pretty much happen.
Yeah, I was watching the movement by the Polar Bears. They did a great job of moving side to side. Ball went from the left wing to the right wing. The right post player went over to the left side, set a screen for the cutter, and the Grafton defender just got lost.
Second shot on the way for Morton, also good. She sinks 2 this time, means she is 4 for 6 on the afternoon. Ball is passed up ahead to McLean. Erickson, now Hansen. Long three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good, but she's going to get her own rebound, which is kind of nice. Resets that shot clock, and they can try it again. They can run time off the clock if they'd like. They can try to drive. As Erickson tries to drive, it'll be stolen away by Morton, who picks her pocket on that pass through. Holter will be the one in charge of the Polar Bear offense. Pass to the far side with Morton being challenged hard by Demers. Drives in, kicks back out. Looks to be Hoverson, I believe, as this shot's put up. No good. Rebound is looking to be jump ball. Great job by Ament to try to get in there, and especially being surrounded by 2 Spoilers, and at least get a hand on the ball and then jump ball. So Ament finds it in. Now Holter. Long three-pointer. No good. Rebound falls defensively. That one to Moe. Driving here is Hansen. Lifts up from the just outside the lane. And that's her second two-pointer of the afternoon. And a good little drive. Way to split the defense and just find the space. And she's confident enough, able to put that ball in. No problem. Hansen trying to be confident here as well, as this handoff was a little bit dicey for the Polar Bears. And they say that's the second. So I'll mark it down as the second, and already 2 fouls on the Spoilers here in this second half. Ament to bring the ball up the floor. She takes a long three-point shot off the front of the rim. Rebound falls defensively to Demers. Demers just continuing to rack up those rebounds. Hansen for 3, no good. Rebound will be left to roll out of bounds. Nice choice, I think, there by Petren. Let them just gather it up and start over.
Yeah, it was a good take by Hansen on the perimeter, too. She was open. She had time to get her feet set, get a good shot off.
Here's a timeout taken. We'll take it as well on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Grafton 40, Larimore 16 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The story is told that the lumberyard in Hillsboro has been continuously operating on this same location since 1881. That means that although it has changed its name, appearance, and ownership a few times, we've been in business for 140 years. Proudly part of the Hillsboro community as one of the original businesses founded on serving our neighbors. And wouldn't you know, that business model still works after all this time. With a focus on customer service, Hillsboro Lumber welcomes you.
On YourLiveEvent.com from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota, Class B Region 2 girls basketball. Grafton Spoilers leading the Larimore Polar Bears as the ball is skipped from the baseline out to the wing, short on the shot, but an offensive rebound, and then a battle for this rebound will be defensive for Demers, and then she throws an elbow, but a foul will be called on the Larimore Polar Bears.
That could have easily been called a wing shot. She let that elbow go. She did pull up on it. She did pull up, so that's what kept her from getting a flagrant foul there. Got to watch that.
So be careful on those rebounds, especially when you're up against one of the tall, strong girls, that's for sure, because that's how you bust a nose up. Here's Hansen trying to use that baseline, gets stopped. Here's a kick from Erickson into Demers. Now Hansen looking for three from the corner is good. Great job for Hansen there, and an assist for Demers, her first assist of the night. This is Morton bringing the ball down the floor, kicks it. Here's a long three-pointer once again for Holter off the front of the rim. This one will go off the rim and out of bounds. Keith, do you think there's a mental game? I've always wondered this and thought about this in high school when you play on a college floor. Is there a little bit of a mental lapse, let's call it, when you see that line on the floor and you go, oh, there's the line, I better shoot?
Well, right now with three lines on the court like there are, yeah, that is confusing because you have to think about which line you're paying attention to. So that can mess around with your three-point shot if you're looking down and then look up to the basket.
Three-point shot put up here, but an offensive rebound from Mo. Hansen goes back up with it. Now it'll be brought down by the Polar Bears, and then taken away, and a foul will be called. I believe Hansen will get that steal. And I will get the name of the Polar Bear that came up with that rebound. Maybe. I don't have her on any of the sheets here. Number 44. Morton coming up with her third foul as our mystery 44 will step off the floor and we'll have a replacement here. Second shot for Hansen, off the mark. Good offensive rebound and a putback, though. That was Demers once again with the rebound. So let's see if the Polar Bears can figure something out with 4:20 to go in the third. A high pass, and now it's a foot race to the ball. This one touched, and then Mo will come up with a steal. A foul will be called. Want to talk again about Jade Moe, 6-foot senior playing forward. Doing a good job. That is the first foul on Ahmet. They called it on. Hansen in charge of the ball for the Spoilers. Kicks to Erickson in the corner. Now, nice pass to Demers, and you can pass over the top of the Polar Bears, Keith. That makes it a lot easier.
5'10" passing to 6 foot, it's easier.
Polar Bears trying to work the ball in. Almost took an extra step there for Petrin, but she's able to get the ball out of her hands. Ball worked into the corner. And now Holter trying to go up. She's blocked, and then the ball is taken away by Demers. Demers will stop. Go to the baseline to Erickson. Kick back out to Hansen, who will drive the lane, lift up, and not enough power. Gets her own rebound, though. That'll work out. Here's Erickson looking for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebound will be defensive for the Polar Bears. Holter bringing the ball up the floor. Being guarded fairly close by Mo. Demers will pick her up after that screen, picks up her dribble as well. She might be in trouble here. The long arms of Demers surrounding her as the ball is loose and then last touched by the Spoilers. We'll see some switch out here with Cole stepping on for Demers, and I believe we're seeing Polar Bears step back on. I think that might be Morton back on the floor. Here's Cole with the defensive rebound. Ball kicked over to Mo. Now Erickson will drive in hard and opens up the space. That works out pretty well. Also have to be careful there, in my opinion, Keith. I don't know. She didn't necessarily swing her elbow, but she kind of got that running start with her arms pumping. So you got to be careful on that when it comes to fouls and know your situation as well. Ball worked around by the Polar Bears into the lane as the turnaround shot put up by Morton, no good, but an offensive rebound ends up in the hands of Hoverson. Ball kicked back out. Holter fakes the long three, drives, hands off. Working around the outside to Petron. And then a jump ball, so it'll be Spoilers to inbound as we see another substitution here. Demers steps on. McLean steps off for the Spoilers as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third. Hansen brings the ball up, finds Erickson on the far side wing. Onto the baseline where Demers is. Kick back out to Mo. Could have taken that shot, but decided to pass to Hansen, who will go back to Mo. Demers looking for that inside the lane shot. Great turnaround. That's a good job for Demers, and obviously when she's got that height advantage, great opportunity for her, and she knows that something she needs to work on as well as a junior maybe. If you recall the last time, Keith, that we saw the Spoilers, she's committed to USD already, University of South Dakota there in Yankton, and this one almost stolen away, and a jump ball will be called as Hansen almost got the rock. A couple of Polar Bears stepping back onto the floor as a few step off. .120 to play in the third, 51-16. Ball's picked up, and now it's going to be picked off. Hansen has some real estate to work with. Goes up, off the board, and good. Way to convert that steal. She leads the way in steals, by the way, with 5 for this game, and we still have another quarter to play. Ball picked up by Morton. She's being guarded heavily by Demers and was running out of time. Wise choice there by Coach Phil Gogler to take that time out as they were running into the last second of 5 seconds. 54 seconds to go in this third. 53 for the Spoilers, 16 for the Polar Bears on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com from the Class B Region 2 Girls Basketball Tournament.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast. Don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Coming out of our timeout just a little late as the Polar Bears have worked it underneath but run out of time on the shot clock. So with the third quarter remaining 34 seconds, no shot clock in play for the Spoilers. So we'll see what they decide to do. There was a couple of good opportunities I thought there, Keith. The door was very short, so it closed up quickly for the Polar Bears as the Spoilers worked the ball around the perimeter. Now we go to Demers on the base. That's Cole who finds Demers, and Demers is able to complete that play.
She's posting up very low on the block, and when she gets the ball inside, she turns around. She's right at the front of the rim, and that's good court awareness.
Trying to take that last second shot, no good. The rebound will fall. We'll give that to Bjerneby, And we close out the third quarter with a score of 55 for the Grafton Spoilers, 16 for the Larimore Polar Bears from the Betty in Grand Forks, North Dakota. This is Class B Region 2 Girls Basketball Tournament quarterfinals, game number 1 and number 9. We'll be back with the final quarter on yourliveevent.com. The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com. Welcome back on yourliveevent.com. I'm Leif Bakken, Keith Meyer by my side. This is Class B Region 2 girls basketball from the Betty Ingolstadt Sioux Center in Grand Forks, North Dakota. My first time here. Great facility. I like it a lot, Keith. And I think that players and parents and coaches and everybody, I think, would appreciate this place as well, as it's just a great facility to host something like this. As we're coming out of our quarter break, they were making the announcement of the change, what we've mentioned, and I'll mention it again. Jake will mention it in the next game. We'll mention it in the third game as well. 3 games today. 1 game will be played tomorrow, Mayport CG, and that is Park River Fordville Lankin will play tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Semifinal games, 2 of those being played on Wednesday, and the championship and third place games will be played on Thursday as scheduled. So things a little bit different there as we see a steal come up for Amit for the Polar Bears, as the Spoilers were trying to make something work out, and now time being taken. And I don't think that the shot clock got reset as part of this, unless it took them that much time to get down.
I don't think so.
That was the first steal, by the way, for Amit for the afternoon. Now they get the shot clock set. Great job by this official paying attention to what that time needed to be. 7:37 to play in the game, 28 on the shot clock. Polar Bears will resume the play. Hoverson with it out on top. We go to Holter now underneath, trying to do a turnaround shot. The Polar Bears, hard to see these numbers, but a rebound will be pulled down for Cole. Nice pass up ahead. Demers puts in another one. Oh, I apologize. That's Fredrickson, who is also quite tall and looks a lot like Demers wearing the number 20 compared to 24. Addison Fredrickson, a 6'1 sophomore, so she's got some years ahead of her with this team and with Coach Sieben, hopefully, and all of that.
So tell us, Leif, do you battle with dyslexia, the 4 and the 2 and the 2 and the 4?
It depends on the day, and especially trying to see through these orange, black, mostly black jerseys, and then switching over to the white ones is making my eyes boggle a little bit here, as the second shot will be missed here from Morton.
Held ball.
All right, so the Polar Bears get this one back. Morton with the ball, and Ament will try to take a three-point shot. It's rebounded for Holter. So good job for Holter to get, according to my statistics, her first field goal, regular one. She's had some opportunities throughout the afternoon, but it's been a little tough for her as Cole gets a nice pass and puts that one off the board. 59-19 as we approach 6 minutes to go in the game. The first quarterfinal game of the day from the Betty. Ahmet tried to drive. You hear coach say nothing, so she backs back out. Hand off, and now taken away here by Bjernaby. Bjernaby up ahead to Parsons, and then blocked. And into the possession of Holter. Timeout going to be taken for the Polar Bears. They trail 59-19 on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Grafton and Larimore playing Region 2 girls basketball in Grand Forks, North Dakota.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Back on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Leaf Bach and Keith Meyer by my side. Jake Berkmeyer hanging out with us as well. He'll have the next game for you. And again, that next game will be Hatton Northwood and Cavalier, the number 4 and 5 respectively, here on YourLiveEvent.com. So encourage you to stick around for that one. Should be a good game as this drive in for Morton is no good. And the rebound falls into the hands of, I believe, that is Fredrickson. Here's a three-point shot nailed by Parsons on this near side. Ahmet trying to drive in. Bjernaby playing some tight defense against her. The Spoilers are in a man defense. Holter trying to get past Narlock as the three-point shot is launched by the Polar Bears. No good, but Holter is there. Turnaround will fall through for her. 62-21 lead for the Spoilers as Bjernaby goes to Narlock on that far side of the low-key high wing. Left-hand shot for Bjernaby. No good. Rebound falls down defensively to Fredrickson. Here's a hook shot. No good. Trying to put it back is Cole, and now a defensive rebound for Morton. Here's a drive. Good job by Holter finding Morton. Couldn't quite complete that, but again, I think it's just been an odd afternoon for the Polar Bears. There's been some of those weird bounces for them inside the rim that should be falling, in my opinion, but they just have a weird roll to them and roll out.
Well, it was a good look by Holter on the inside. She turned one way, then the other, and then the other, and did a good job of feeling where the defender was.
New folks out there, including Summer Moberg, the sophomore, stepping on and getting that rebound. This is Bjernaby finding Fredrickson up top. Shot for Fredrickson from the top, no good. Rebound goes down to Morton for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears working around the perimeter. Morton under to Holter, and it's taken away now here by Narlock. So close. That was looking like it was going to be a really good play as Narlock comes up with the steal. We're on the other end. Narlock kicks back out. Excuse me, that was Moberg to Narlock. And now tripping up with the ball is one of the other players, Peyton Ziegelman, a 5'5 freshman wearing the number 23. So unfortunate turnover there for the freshmen and the Spoilers, and the Polar Bears will bring the ball down and see if they can convert this possession into some points. Morton trying to do a spin move and gets caught up, and now Bjernaby gets called for the reach as she turns around and looks at the official. First one on her. Team foul 4 this half. Ball to be inbounded by the Polar Bears, Hoverson. Able to find Holter, who drives into the lane, comes up with the layup. That'll work out well. She's had a good fourth quarter here on those drives as we'd go just under 2 minutes to play, 62-23. Moberg kicks out. Three-pointer is nailed for Bjornaby. On to the other end where the ball's off the mark, and then Fredrickson comes up with the rebound. Great job by Morton to get in there and grab that for a jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of the Spoilers, though. As I hear the horn go off again, there is a Polar Bears set to come in on the next stoppage. But it looks like we've got the return of Parsons as Bjornaby takes a seat. Fredrickson, pass to the far side. Parsons thought about it. Now she'll take that nice little elbow shot, side of the lane shot. Good job for her.
That was gorgeous technique. Dribbled into the left hand, got to the elbow. She knew where she wanted to be. She had the room, made a nice shot.
Gemmel, steps on for the Polar Bears as Morton brings the ball up the floor. She's got some space to work with, goes in just a little bit off of the box on the backboard. Rebound falls down to Narlock. Ball being brought up. This is Moberg, kicked out to Ziegelman. Ziegelman over to Parsons. Long three-pointer on the way, around the rim, no good. Rebound falls down to Morton. 20 seconds to go in the game. Polar Bears slow things way down. Narlock acting like she wants to take that ball away here in the final seconds, make it 10. Long three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Moberg with another rebound. Parsons will grab the ball and then slow things down. They'll stop at half court, and time will expire at the end of this one. 67 for the Grafton Spoilers, 23 for the Larimore Polar Bears in the first game of the quarterfinals. The Larimore Polar Bears beat the North Border Eagles 52-43 in a play-in game to make it to this point, but the Grafton Spoilers able to hold out. Defending champions looking to return, and they move on to the semifinal. They'll play the winner of the next game that'll be on here on yourliveevent.com, and that's the number 4 Hatton Northwood and number 5 Cavalier. They'll be coming up next, but we're going to wrap this one up in just a little bit on yourliveevent.com. A final once again of 67-23. Spoilers over the Polar Bears on yourliveevent.com. Leif Bakken and Keith Meyer to wrap this one up for you on yourliveevent.com right after this.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
You may know that Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro. Contact him at 701-430-0877.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Well, wrapping things up here for this game between the Grafton Spoilers and the Larimore Polar Bears. 67-23 final. It looked like this throughout the game. 21-6, the Spoilers led the entire time. That was after one quarter. 38-14 at halftime. Then it was a 55-16 lead and a 67-23 finish here for the Spoilers to move on and take on the winner of the next game, Hatton Northwood and Cavalier. Taking a look at some statistics here, starting off with the Larimore Polar Bears. Your leaders, I should say, go between Bethany Holter and Willow Morton. They each had 9. Holter had 3 from the field and 2 3-pointers for those 9 points. 2 regular field goals for Morton, and then she was 6 for 8 on free throws. The Polar Bears were 6 for 8 on free throws for the game. Interesting there. 10 rebounds in the first half for 8 in the second. That was a total of 18 rebounds. Morton with 5, 2 in the first, 3 in the second. 1 assist in that game, 6 steals with Morton leading the way with 2, and then 2 blocks. Petrin and Holter each had a block in that game. On to the Grafton Spoilers, where they were 3 for 7 from the free throw line, so not great there. Demers had 3 for 4. She also led in points with 19 because she had 8 on the field, and then those 3 free throws. That was followed up by Hansen, who had 11 points on the day, and she was 1 for 2 on the free throw line. 23 rebounds in the first half, 17 in the second, for a total of 40, and 11 rebounds going to Demers with 11 total. 9 assists, followed by 17 steals for the team. Hansen had 5 of the 17 steals, and in the blocks category, it was 1 block for Demers to lock things up. A great job by the bench of the Spoilers as well, doing some good things. Let's talk quickly about your Halstead Telephone post-game connection. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. Halstead Tel. I got to give the Halstead connection to Demers. A great job here for Walker Demers, the junior. She was able to connect off of those rebounds and back in through the basket, so it was a great job by her. And so gotta appreciate good basketball by the junior, who again is committed to a college already. Halstead Telephone bringing you the post-game connection. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. Moving on here to the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Thinking about upgrading your planter? Visit RDK Enterprises at their location in Hillsborough and Drayton. Is your planter just sitting there in the shop? You should get that thing updated. Your RDK Enterprises, planterdoc.com. The Precision Player of the Game, I'm going to have to give this to Hansen. She did a great job weaving the ball in and out. She's precise on making those steals, and just a good player as well. Great job this afternoon for Reagan Hansen, the 5'7" senior. And your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Enbridge Energy just finishing up Line 3. You can check out more on how things went with the Line 3 project, and they're working on more things to come. Enbridge.com. And your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, I got to give it to Willow Morton on the Polar Bear side, because Morton did a great job. She kept the energy up. She was driving to the basket, trying to loop that thing in, did some good things for her team, but they just came up a little bit short. Once again, scoring by quarter, 21-6 in the first quarter, 38-14 after 2 as the Spoilers led the entire way, 55-16 after 3, and 67-23 at the end of that game. Well, the Spoilers will move on to play the winner of the next game coming up here. Jake Berkemeyer will be joining you for that one, and I'll be taking a little break, and we'll come up with a couple more games. 3 games today, 1 game tomorrow. Jake will tell you more about that here on YourLiveEvent.com. Okay. And we're going to end this one here, so thanks for joining us once again, everybody. A final score here for the Grafton Spoilers, 67, Larimore Polar Bears 23 on YourLiveEvent.com. We appreciate it. More basketball coverage coming your way.